So, I wanted to talk to you about a simpler time, a time before social media, a time even before mobile phones. And I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, she can't possibly be that old. She looks fabulous. No, I am old enough to remember before mobile phones. I remember landlines, when we used to use them. And I remember having to check in from town, ring my mum about 5 o'clock on Saturday to say I was still alive. And I'd have to go to the payphone, wait for that 20p to drop. Sorry, I can just see a very young, confused person in the middle there. So payphones, those big red boxes that you see on the streets, they used to house phones that anyone could use. They weren't always public urinals. So yeah, I used to have to wait for the 20p to drop, and mum would answer the phone, she'd Coventry 361347. Because that's how everybody answered the phone then, that's how you were trained to do it. And as a result, I still remember my best mate's number from when we were 11. Yeah, Coventry 360532, I'm right, aren't I? And but because of that, I've realised that if I was in a terrible accident, that's the only number I know. I don't know my own fiance's number, I don't know it. So if I was in that hideous accident, I'd have to ring Nana Harris to come and pick me up. So yeah, I do remember my first mobile phone as well. It was a Motorola C25. Very sexy piece of kit, yeah. Extendable aerial. Yeah, very nice. Didn't have a very big memory though. In actual fact, it only held 20 numbers. I used to have to put the rest on post-its and shove them in the battery pack. And even text messages only held 20. So if you wanted another message to come through, you'd have to delete an old one. And I was a bit like text message roulette. Because if you got a really good one off a boy, and you deleted it, and then one came in from your mum, you'd feel really cheated. Especially getting text messages off boys at that age was a big thing. And not only had they texted you, but they'd worked really hard to do it. I mean, in those days, we didn't have predictive text. The phrase, show me your boobs, that took 41 presses. 41 presses for that message, you felt quite special if you got that. Credit where it's due. And that reminds me of another thing actually, the abbreviations that we come out with now, LOL and LMAO, they were invented by my generation. Not for coolness, it was because we needed to save credit. Yeah, I've got the same confused look again from the young person. Credit, ask your mum. So yeah, I had this Motorola C25. It was top of the range. It even had a vibrate function, or concussion, which is what it felt like when it went off. And I used to take it everywhere with me, built up some quite big muscles carrying that phone around. I used to sleep with it under my pillow. Get those messages coming in late at night, it'd be vibrating away all night. And then my dad would be a bit awkward at the breakfast table the next morning. Sleep well. Don't really know what was wrong. So yeah, people have really, phones have come a long way, haven't they now? You think what they can do now. People are surgically attached to them. You see videos on Facebook of people walking into things, falling over stuff because they're so into their phone, like, and I think that's the zombie apocalypse coming. Can you imagine if phones were around when the Titanic went down, for example? All those hands reaching up out of the icy cold water, like, must get that selfie. Hashtag no filter needed. Hashtag women and children first. Hashtag the bitch next to me won't share her door. But yeah, I joke about it, but the thing that gets me about social media these days is the really self-righteous people, and the ones that have always got an opinion, have a bit of a rant about something. And it got me thinking, where were these people before Twitter? What did they do? Well, I know where they were. You've all seen them. The drunk guy outside the local spa with a can of special brew? Yeah? Now he's got Twitter. So that's where he is now. So I was on Twitter not long ago, and this guy was on there, and we'll call him Special Brew. And he was moaning about the fact that footballers get paid like hundreds and thousands of pounds a month just for what they do. And he said it's absolutely bang out of order. My uncle, who is a homeless veteran, he fought for our country, he's now got no home, he's destitute, and he gets about £3,000 a year. It's disgusting. And the responses came flooded in, they're like, yeah, you're right, this is awful, this is disgusting. People offering, thoughts and prayers, that sort of thing. And then one quite a astute person, said, why don't you let him come and live with you? To which Special Brew quickly replied, can't, we've got 2 kids and he's a paedophile. Hashtag not within 100 yards of a school gate. So yeah, I mean, the pretentious side of Twitter is annoying. But I do use social media, use it quite a bit, use it for a bit of shopping. Love the marketplace. You know, a few clicks on Facebook and I've bought a fabulous new occasional chair from Sandra down the road. And I even sell stuff on there as well. Put a bookcase on the other week. It's 50 quid, bargain. So I wrote up the little description, said it's solid wood, MDF. It's a mid-century piece. It was from IKEA. And chalk painted, which apparently I'm told is very trendy these days. Well, my kids have been at the side of it. And yeah, so I put it on 50 quid, and within minutes I heard those reassuring pings rolling in. And I looked at the first message, and it was from a lady called Shazza. Love my kids more than life itself, Smith. Attractive lady. Her profile picture was a picture of her with a bulldog lying on a Union Jack flag. First message comes up and says, hi babes, I'd really like this. We so need more storage in my house. There's 6 of us, we've got another one on the way. You know, you're going to use it as bunk beds or what? So I messaged her back and I said, yes, that's lovely. She said, brilliant, when would you like to collect? She said, well, I'm struggling with the price a bit, honey. I said, well, what do you want to do then, price-wise, Shazza? She said, well, would you consider donating it? Donating it? I mean, I'm all for charity. Your RSPB, Salvation Army, I'm here tonight for cancer research. Yeah! Now they want me to save the fucking chavs. So the next message comes in, oh, this will be better, this will be better. And it's quite an abrupt, rude young man. Gareth, 30 quid, collect now. And when would the other £20 be arriving, please, Gareth? So I didn't get a message back from him. Third message rolls in from Claire Colin Granger. Claire Colin. Said, hi, we're really interested in this. Is it still available? Thanks, Claire Cole. By this time I'm quite bored. So I messaged her, I said, hi Claire Cole. Yes, it is still available. I notice you have a joint Facebook profile. Tell me, which one of you cheated? Didn't get a reply back from that one either. So the final guy rolls up on the messages and his name's Drew. Looks quite normal on his Facebook profile picture. I think, right, this is it, sorted. First message comes in, could you tell me, is the item wipeable? So, well, yeah, I've got kids, you know, it's survived, yeah, it'll be fine. Obviously, he's got kids as well, that's what I'm thinking. Second message comes in, would you say the item is load-bearing? Another one that wants to use it as podcast. Yes, it holds around 50 books, you know, it's quite sturdy. He said, no, my weight. I'm around 18.5 stone, what do you think? Before I can reply, another message comes in. Will there be an opportunity to smell the item before I buy it? Okay. And finally, he says, would you take a few more pictures for me, possibly from behind? So I burnt the fucking bookcase, couldn't look at it anymore. Yeah, I mean, so I use it for shopping. The other thing I use social media for is, what my fiance calls stalking. It's not stalking. Stalking is not acceptable. I call it research. Because lots of things online are acceptable that are not acceptable in real life. You know, in real life, I cannot go round to my sister-in-law's best friend's auntie to look at her wedding photos. So she really did lose all that weight. In real life, I can't go up to the really fit barman at the Dog and Gun and say, have you really done that? Because I'm Carol. But I can see it all on Facebook. And it got me to thinking about living my life a bit more openly. You know, like we do on Facebook. So I tried it. I printed off loads of pictures of what I've eaten today and started giving them out to people in the street. I went to a restaurant with my best friend, and as we walked in, I made her shout, "We've checked in!" I sidled up to some passers-by and eavesdropped on their conversation, and then gave them some really big thumbs-up likes. They didn't want me to share. And it hasn't gone that well, if I'm honest. I thought it'd go better, but I've literally gained one follower, who's now my psychiatrist. Thank you very much, I'm Vicki.